All right, guys, the copyright gods hate me, so here's what we're going to do. There's going to be a free link in the description to the actual reaction, and then you guys can come back to the video, the YouTube video, to hear our thoughts, theories, and reviews on Terminator. Like I said, I'm sorry, the copyright gods hate us. I've been fighting MGM to try and, get the claim taken off. They've rejected it, so this is what we're going to do. It's a little bit janky. We have the intro to the video. Watch that. Then there's going to be a free link in the description to the actual reaction, and you can come back here to hear the thoughts, theories, and reviews on the movie. I hope you guys understand. Enjoy the video.
All right, guys, welcome back to another reaction video. My name is James.
Ninetailedbrush.
And today we are going to be watching Terminator, the original. This is one of those rare moments. I've never seen this movie. I mean, I know the plot. I've seen the second one. Generally, I know the plot. I don't know actually a ton of it.
No.
But I've never seen this movie. You said you've actually seen bits and pieces of this movie, but
Yeah.
not all of it either.
Not completely all of it. No, I don't think I've ever actually sat down and watched
So
it.
we're probably going into it similarly with knowledge just because I know pop culture, but I've actually never sat down and watched this movie. This is the original. So I thought we watched this movie, and then you don't know anything about Terminator 2.
No.
So I figured we watched that one as well. Let us know in the comments if it's worth watching Terminator 3. I have never seen that one. With any of these franchises, is like, do you guys like this enough? Because I know it kind of went off the rails later, but I don't know if 3 was still on the rails. So
Yeah.
let us know about that. We're going to be watching Terminator 1, and then next week we're going to watch Terminator 2. So I'm really excited. I want to watch the original. I don't, like I said, I don't know really a crazy amount about it. I kind of know some of the rough Terminator time travel plot. Other than that, I don't really know details or scenes or anything like that. So I'm excited. As always, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. And like I said before, if you guys want to check out our Patreon, we're going to have the full-length reaction of this movie as well as Terminator 2 up for early access. It does support us. It really helps us keep doing what we're doing and pay for different things and expenses and time. So if you want to check that out, you can. Either way, though, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. And let's just get into the Terminator. It was a little bit dated.
Okay.
I don't take me wrong. Like, I get it, and I'm totally still willing to appreciate it for the time. I wasn't sure. You know how there's some movies, though, where it's like, oh my gosh, like, this is just insane. It was good. I could tell some of the effects. I really liked how they worked with that, though, a little bit. At least, I guess, to me, it did feel a lot like an 80s movie, which isn't a bad thing, but you know how there's certain movies where you can't really tell. This is one of those movies where I was like, this is definitely of the time.
Gotcha.
But I thought the way they did the Terminator was really good, especially at the end there. The way they blended the stop motion with the practical. They did a lot of practical effects. I thought was really cool. And it's just kind of like, I was down to business. Like, I actually know more about the story than the movie really told me. The movie doesn't, like, really mess around at all. It's like, yep, this is your son, and here we are. It's like, oh, okay. And I kind of like it's kind of like no nonsense, and I kind of like that.
Yeah, I do like that. I think the biggest plus for me about the Terminator is like how it kind of puts you in the middle of it and doesn't really give any sort of exposition in the beginning. It kind of just like, you're thrown right into the action kind of, but you can still kind of make out like what's happening. You're not completely confused,
Yeah, and as a genre film, it's kind of genius. So like, I always look at Alien as like kind of horror thriller, but this is, and that's where these two cross over, is the thriller. And it takes what you see in a thriller movie, and it's a little more actiony, but like, I've never been a huge fan of the trope where it's like you kill the guy. It's always a guy in a thriller movie, and then they get back up because you don't check the body, and they try and kill you. But it's like, this movie is like the meta of that, because you always have that in a thriller movie, but it actually makes sense, and it actually is like a robot, and so in every instance of its being, it will not stop until it's completely terminated. And I think that's cool. And that was kind of like a cool way of like taking that idea and making it an element in the actual like story and lore, or whatever you want to call it, itself.
I also think the designs of like the robots were like really cool.
Yes.
Like both the Terminator and the
Arnold?
the Hunter Killers or whatever.
Oh yes.
Like, I like those things, and also I like the fact that you can get a feel for like there's more to the world, like the way that they say certain things, like I don't know, like they say like the Cyberdyne systems, and there was this model, like the earlier models were like, you know, made of rubber, and so they weren't as like effective.
It didn't look as real.
Yeah, and things like that. Like I like how you can get a sense of like, okay, like there's this world.
And I actually really like the idea of like I think we take it for granted, but if you really sit back and think, it's kind of a genius idea of like, oh, it's a robot, but they put organic material over it, and so it does grow and it does have hair and blood and stuff, but like essentially the skeleton, it doesn't have any organs, and the skeletal system is all robot. That's kind of like a genius idea.
It's cool,
to have this like cyborg thing creature.
Yeah.
And Arnold is just iconic, right? I mean, like the leather jacket and the glasses and the shotgun.
Oh yeah,
like, that's just completely iconic.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Obviously, let us know how they did things in this movie. I don't know how they did certain things. There's a few things I always love hearing about, especially when it's like an older movie. Love hearing about this. So let us know in the comments down below. Also, Terminator 3, yes or no? Let us know. And thank you guys for watching. The full-length reaction is going to be up on our Patreon. And then, like I said, Terminator 2, which you have not seen, and I love, that is going to be up for early access on our Patreon as well. And then we're going to be watching that one next week. So if you guys want to check out our Patreon, supports us, helps us keep doing what we're doing. But either way, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. And we will see you in the next video.